Alright guys, and welcome to a slightly different video. This is Psycho Enigma, and I'm doing a different sort of Let's Play today. You've probably seen by the video title. This is the new YuGiOh game that popped up on the Xbox Live Store. I suppose it's not really Xbox Live Arcade anymore like it was in the 360. This is Legacy of the Duelist. Like I say, the new YuGiOh game that just came out. It's been playing it a little bit. It's a little bit fun. I just wanted to do a different Let's Play on this. Sort of break up some of the content. I'm aiming to introduce some new games to the channel. As opposed to the WWE stuff you've been seeing sort of comes up twice a week now. So I'm looking to include this sort of in what I do. This is just going to be one part. It's sort of like a test for now, just to get some feelers out. Slightly different to the review I did of Xenoverse, and I did a review of a Borderlands pre-sequel a while back. So not really looking at it too much, divulging too much, just really talking about the game, just playing a couple of duels and see how it goes. To give you guys a bit of the background of the game so far, you've got your single player, obviously your multiplayer, battle pack. I can go into that later. You obviously your deck edit. There's a card shop in this one, so in the third installment there's actually a card shop. That's where you can see my 23,030 there, your in-game credits, DP it's called, so laugh if you will. The single player is opposed of, you get tutorials, there's some DLC, duelist challenges, and the campaign. What the campaign is it's not just a, it's kind of just sort of the duels, but you get to live through the actual story of the four main Yu-Gi-Oh shows. You've got the OG Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the one I've actually been playing. GX, the one that everyone hates because Jaden Yuki's a bitch, albeit the Neo fusions I've always found to be quite cool. Done a little bit of 5Ds, because 5Ds is my second favourite. I'm actually rewatching for it at the moment, Japanese subbed, because it's so much better than the dub. And Zexal, which I watched about 5 episodes of and couldn't really get behind, but I want to, you know? So I'm going to pick up where we left off in OG Yu-Gi-Oh! For those that may have seen any of them watching this video, this is probably what they watched growing up. So I've gone through so far. So you start off, you do some of the main sort of story duels. I've done the Duelist Kingdom, that was what it was called. So beaten Pegasus and went out into Battle City. This is the one I was up to, Mime Control. For those that know, those that actually know the Yu-Gi-Oh story of the original, this is where the Pharaoh of the Puzzle, Atem, faces off against the Mime controlled by Merrick, who has Slifer the Sky Dragon. So we're going to pick it up here, and you get some information, because they actually do that. They don't have the original designs, which makes me a little bit sad, but Merrick was in possession of 2 of the 3 Egyptian god cards, but he still needed the Malaysian puzzle to bring his plan together. Suddenly, Yugi found himself being challenged by a duelist named Strings. He is an odd. Strings was an odd fellow. Prepare to duel and lose your puzzle. Marek! I can't do the voices, so we're just gonna go past this, and obviously we get the Pharaoh come out, Yama Yugi, because he's all like sexy and rah! And then you get the choice. You either get to use the story deck, which is use the heroic deck for this duel, so you actually get Yugi's actual deck, slightly modifications to make it slightly more competitive, or you'll use a deck which the only sort of standard structure deck. I've toyed with it a little bit. I was going through using the user deck, and some of the matches were really easy, so I've switched over to story deck to make it a little bit harder. So we'll go with the story deck. Every loading screen you get one of the cards and tells you a little bit about it. So, and what you're going to duel, I'll explain some of the base mechanics of the game for those that haven't played before, but I'm going to take it upon assumption that anyone that actually watches this video is probably a player, or they're looking to find out about the game. So traditional rock, paper, scissors to find out who goes first, and my friends know rock beats everything. He went paper. Can I just say, if you're holding like an A4 piece of paper and I get a big rock and throw it at that piece of paper, tell me that paper's going to win. Tell me that paper's going to win, because a big rock versus that paper is not gonna work. Okay, so we're with Yugi's first hand here. You'll be able to see we've got 2 of his most iconic monsters in Dark Magician Girl and the Dark Magician here. So Strings has only set a monster face down in defense mode. So we're going to play the Spellbinding Circle face down, and he's got no back row cards, so this is what we can use with Giant Trunade. So we'll go with Gamma the Magnet Warrior. We've got an attack of 1500 and a defense of 1800, obviously facing upwards is attack position. So I'm going to go into my battle phase, and I'm going to be looking to attack his face down monster, which is Revival Jam. And that has an effect. Oh, I see. Yes, he had this sort of deck. So he takes 1,000 life points. Yeah, so it's destroyed. He's paid 1,000 life points. So that's gonna summon face up defense position on his turn. So we got nothing really left to do. So I'll end my turn. You can only normal summon or set a monster per turn. Here comes his Revival Jam due to its effect. I wonder if he's going to bring out... no, we won't activate the card. The Spell Money Circle. Yeah, this card. Card of Safe Return. So when a monster comes back from the graveyard, you draw a card. I had a very broken combo with that. And I was running in real life using a Yusei style deck, which is very synchro based. And I would just desynchro and resynchro and draw all the cards. So he's played a Nightmare Steel Cage, so we can't actually look to attack him, or neither player can attack for a couple of turns. So we'll set, and this is the only annoying thing, it will constantly ask with the when you have a trap down. So he's played the Nightmare Steel Cage. I could look to try and destroy some of his monsters because I could True Nade it back to his hand. I want to kind of keep these to maybe for some strength later. So we'll keep card destruction for now, and we're going to end it off here. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does for now. Of course, the trap is going to keep basically going, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? I understand why it's there, because the Dark Door only one monster can attack per each battle phase. That's fine. But I can understand why the trap is there, because if it wasn't there, you wouldn't know when to activate it. That's why it will keep giving you those prompts. Oh, hey, we got Joey's Red Eyes. Nice. Okay. For those of you that don't know in the story, it's nice that they actually included this. Joey gives Yugi his Red Eyes Black Dragon, and they've actually put it in his deck, so that's fine. We can't actually do anything just at the moment because of this. So we'll look to build up a row of monsters, and we'll look to take him out shortly. But there we go. So now we can attack, or both players can attack now. And we're just going to see what he does, really. See who he summons out. We've done 1,000 points of damage. He's looking to destroy our Gamma the Magnet Warrior. I'm not actually going to Spellbind off that, because the reason being, he would destroy my monster, and all he would do is give up 1,000 to summon his monster back. So we don't ideally want that. We need to be whittling his life points down to try and take out some of his monsters. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Giant True Nade here to bring all those spell and traps back to the player's hands. I'm going to reset the Spell Money Circle and summon Alpha the Magnet Warrior. And I'll also flip the Giant Soldier of Stone. And what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to double knockout, or I know I said it was silly last time, but I'm going to double knock out the Revival Jam with Gamma. So he will of course give up 1,000, so that's 1,000 points of damage. And we're going to look to what these face downs are. So if we, okay, so 2k defense points, that's kind of frustrating. Let's see what this one is. That's more 2k defense points. So this is the kind of deck he appears to be running. He's going to of course be building up those low level, high defense monsters to get 3, because this is the duel where he summons Slife of the Sky Dragon. So that's of course what he's going to be looking to do there. Which of course is not what we want to happen, but it's going to happen. He's going to play the card of Safe Return, as well as... Here comes Slifer right now. Boom, there it is. Slifer the Sky Dragon. I do like that artwork. Not original artwork, but still the artwork. Okay, just before we do that, if we look over to the left-hand side of the screen, it has its effect. So, requires 3 tributes to normal summon. Cannot be normally set. This card's normal summon cannot be negated. When normal summoned, card effects cannot be activated. During the end phase, if this card was special summoned, send this card to the graveyard. This card gains 1,000 attack and defense points for each card in your hand. So because he has 3, that's why it's got 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. When a monster is normally summoned or special summoned to your opponent's side of the field in face of attack position, that monster loses 2,000 attack. If its attack is reduced to 0 as a result, destroy it. Pretty powerful effect there. So I'm actually going to Spellbind Encircle that thing, because we do not want it to be destroying our monsters. And he's going to just be making life very difficult for me here. So Magic Cylinder, that will be good to reflect damage back to him. For now, let's just try and get some strong monsters up on the field. So we'll tribute Alpha and Giant Soldier to get out Yugi's Ace Dark Magician. Even though it's not original artwork, he will be using his effect, and it drops the Dark Magician to 500. I was going to launch an attack because I realised Slifer was down to 1,000. However, we have lost points. Is it just until the end phase, or it loses? So do we lose that attack permanently? If so, that's a really bad play on my part there. I think we lose that permanently. I don't know if that's actually come back to me at all. Let's go back. No, we've lost that. Okay, we've lost 500 attack here, guys. So he's going to use his slime to destroy Dark Magician. I'm not too sure how I'm going to get through this. Not too sure how I'm going to get through this at all. Got some thinking. Got some thinking we need to do. The only thing I can really do is card destruction and hope for some better cards in my hand. So we'll toss the 3 that we have to the graveyard and draw 3 more cards. That's a bit better. That's a bit better what we see there. Okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to play Swords face down, Monster Reborn face down, because they are 2 very good cards. And Morphing Jar, when it gets attack or flips on, both cards discard their entire hand and draw 5 cards. So that's what we're going to look to do. Get through some cards, try and get something that can assist us in the destruction of Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's at 3,000 now. And no one can attack again. Alright. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Magical Hats, that's not really going to do us much good right now. So if we flip the Morphing Jar. But I've got no cards to get rid of. You've got cards to get rid of. Let's draw these. Oh, wow. That's super helpful right there. What can I actually do with this Morphing Jar? So when we flip someone, it's not affected. But that Slifer the Sky Dragon now has 5,000 points. What can we do? 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 Because if I special summon, he's just going to reduce it. Okay, let's go with... Let's summon Silverfang, because why not? Oh. I nailed it, guys. I nailed it. To think that I actually used to play at tournament level. It's almost an insult to my own standards here. He's just going to fill up his field with these slime tokens. We're pretty much at a stalemate. We're pretty much at a stalemate, so I'm not selling this game to you very full. Mirror Force, that could be worth destroying Slifer with. Unfortunately, I have nothing to play right now. So what I may end up doing... I suppose the only thing I can do is try and make some space. So I'll play Swords of Revealing Light to see what he has on his field. And switch Morphing Jar to defense. And that'll be it. I think now, there we go, so that'll go to 2, so he can now start launching his attacks, which I'm fairly confident he's hopefully going to start doing, because that's the only way this duel is going to move forward at this point. I'm likely to deck out first. And he hasn't done that. Only one monster can attack during the battle phase, though. I may have dueled myself into a hole. What I've done there is dueled myself into a hole. His Slifer could get boosted. If it could attack, I feel like I've made a grave mistake with the old Spellbinding Circle there, because he's not going to launch any attacks against me. He's not going to launch any attacks whatsoever. I feel like I'm doing Yugi proud here. I'm dueling with the heart of the cards like he would here. Infinite cards. There we go. He now has no limit to his hand size. We have some space at last. Activate the effect of a card. No. No, go away. Go away. Alright, let's try and speed this duel up a little bit. Let's play Graceful Charity. Uber Band card. Draw 3, discard 2. Wow, we have so much hand destruction. We'll get rid of one of those. And what is this? Robin Zombie. Let's get rid of that. We're not going to use that. Mystic Box. Target one monster your opponent controls, and that will do very nicely. I play Mystic Box. I will destroy Slifer the Sky Dragon, and you can have my Morphing Jar, good sir. There we go. That's resolved that issue. I bet he has another one in his hand. Guarantee he has another one in his hand. Now I'm going to set Dust Tornado, as well as the Big Shield Gardener. And on my next turn, I'm going to do some things that involve the stuff and attempt to win. Somehow attempt to win. If there was a way I could force him into attacking me, that'd be great. Here he comes. Do you know what? I'm gonna ping that back to you. I am gonna ping that back to you is what I'm gonna do. You can take 1,500 points of damage, my friend. 45. So I still need to boost Slifer's. Still need to boost Slifer's attack, because I'm gonna try and steal it with Monster Reborn. And so I need it to have 6,000 points is what I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Mirror Force face down. Not destroy his monster. Because my plan is, I'm thinking the AI, what they're going to do is they're going to try and attack the same card again, which is Big Shield Gardener, which has high defense points. He will take damage, and then what I will do on my turn is I'm going to play Monster Reborn. I'll have 5 cards in my hand, so Slifer will be strong enough to wipe out the remainder of his life points. Is the plan. Is the exact plan there. So first, Big Shield Gardener to defense. Play Dust Tornado. Get rid of the Dark Door. And we're not going to set a card, because that would mean getting a card out of our hand. That message will pop up again. I play the Monster Reborn that we have face down. And I'm going to choose the Slifer the Sky Dragon. Why does he have 2? There's only 3 Egyptian God cards. You have 2 Slifer the Sky Dragons. Give me that. No, I'm not going to activate the effect of another card. Slifer's going to come into attack position. Boom. Yeah, you draw your card. I really don't care. Slifer's attack points are at 5,000. We are going to attack. And we're going to attack Revival Gem. And we did it! Yes! Played the computer like a fiddle. Boom. That was stally and very irritating. I like the way they've done it and they've replicated the decks from the anime, but it can be a right pain. Oh man, okay. So we'll take Slifer the Sky Dragon. The Dark Spirit revealed a mime control. So you get these things called reversal duels, where you do the duel, but you play as the guy that normally gets beaten. So with that one, I would play as Strings, and you then attempt to beat Yugi. So signature card, sorry, excuse me, awarded. We have Slifer the Sky Dragon. We've also got Jam Breeding Jar, Call the Haunted, and some Duelist points. So that was pretty cool. So we've done that one now. So that was one of the Yugi duels. I need to go back and do all these reverse duels, which I will do at some point. Let's flip on over now to a 5Ds duel. We don't actually have that much done on this, like I say. Well, I've done 3 of these. Yusei is one of my favourite protagonists here, so we're going to do the take back. So now going away from OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Into 5Ds, which has a really, really good story, honestly. If you do want to watch something that's not original Yu-Gi-Oh! Watch Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, but please watch the English sub. Do not watch the dub. They've cut out about 30 episodes. It doesn't get its proper ending. They cut out so much stuff. It's worth just watching the dub. The dub's really good. Sorry, not the dub, the sub. Subtitles are very accurate, and it's just so much better, basically, is all I'm going to say. Anyway, we're now in Neo Domino City, much in the far future, and we're playing as Yusei Fudo. To give you a small bit of rundown, we've been sent to the facility because we did some bad things, and now we're having a duel against one of the members of security. If we just sort of just brush through this story, because there's a lot happening which people don't really care about. Rex Goblin's the bad guy. Let's just say Lazar is his lackey, or Rex Goodwin. He's called Godwin in the Japanese. So here's Yusei. Here's our main protagonist. Here's Trudge. He tries to. I think he duels him like 3 times in the first 15 episodes. It's insane. So here we go. So we're gonna go up against this guy and we're gonna duel him. We're gonna use the story deck again. Okay, here we go. Rock. I was going to go for Rock beats everything. I would have lost. However, I always choose to go second. I'm the type of player that likes to scout out what my opponent is going to do rather than make the first move. Much like you say, actually. So we're going to be using some of the extra deck cards. You'll see we've got some very different cards going on here. Because 5Ds introduced the Synchro Monsters, which were sort of game-breaking to an extent. So we'll draw on our first turn. So here are what we have. These are the Synchro Monsters. We only have Turbo Warrior and Junk Warrior. We'll be looking to get those out with Synchro Monsters, which use a tuner, like the Turbo Synchron here, and non-tuners like Tuning Wave and Healing Wave Generator. So what I'm going to do is the first card I'm going to activate is I'm going to activate the card called Tuning. And this allows us to get a Synchron monster to our hand. I will be taking Junk Synchron. Once that goes to our hand and our deck is shuffled, we send the top card of our deck to the graveyard, which is the Scrap Iron Scarecrow. One of Yusei's best defense cards. We have one here, so it doesn't really much matter. We'll play those face down. And I'm going to play Healing Wave Generator in defense. because it has some better defense points, and I can look to use that as part of a synchro summon, which is going to be the plan. So here we go. He's gone for the Dark Singer. It looks like our opponent Trudge here is going to be going for the synchro summon first of all, and he has done. He's gone into YuGiOh Guardian. Banned for a long time, YuGiOh Guardian, but it is back now. And Dark Tinker. Look at the top card of your deck. Return it either to the top or the bottom. Okay, that's fair enough. Top of the deck was selected. So YuGiOh Guardian. Oh, he's using the effect of his Stygian Street Patrol, which allows him to special summon a Fiend with 2,000 attack or less. He's gone for another Street Patrol there. Wow, look at him. He's making the plays here, Trudge. He's going to go for a second YuGiOh Guardian. No, he's gone for the battle phase. Right, okay, that's fine. So he's going to use Big YuGiOh to attack. The effect of YuGiOh Guardian is the monster that it destroys is special summoned to the opponent's side of the field. And of course, I don't want that. I want Healing Wave Generator on my side of the field here. And because it's got 1,600 defense points, I'll be surviving both of these attacks. And unfortunately, it's going to be asking me if I want to activate things, which is kind of frustrating because I can't really do anything at the moment. But oh, we've drawn Tuning again. Okay, that's nice. So right, okay. I need to sort of look to formulate a strategy. Let me look at Turbo Warrior. So Turbo Warrior is going to be our best bet to destroy YuGiOh Guardian. Unfortunately, we need Turbo Synchron, which we have here, who's a level 1, and we have Healing Wave Generator, so that makes 5. We need to get Tuning Wear on the field and not be destroyed for it to be made level 6. So I'm going to play Tuning again, and I will not chain the effect of another card, and I'm going to get Turbo Synchron to my hand. Okay, now Turbo Synchron has the effect, if I'm not mistaken, when this card declares an attack, change the target to defense position, and when I take battle damage, I can special summon a monster from my hand that's less than the damage I deal to myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon Turbo Synchron, and then I'm going to go into battle phase, and I'm going to be using Turbo Synchron's effect. Select Stygian Street Patrol as the attack target. Yes, we want to activate the effect. It will mean dealing 1,100 points of damage to ourselves, which is a pain, but for this strategy to pay off, what I can now do is activate his effect, summon the Tuning Wear from my hand. So now I can go into my main phase 2 here. First of all, I can activate the effect of Healing Wave Generator. I'm pretty sure this is how Yusei actually did it on the in the show. Unfortunately, I'm not going to gain that much, so I'm going to get 100 points back. But 100 points is better than nothing, am I right? So what I will now look to do is I will Synchro Summon for Turbo Warrior using Synchron, Tuning Wear, and Healing Wave Generator. And we can summon Turbo Warrior to our side of the field. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to launch an attack with it as we are outside of our battle phase, but I will get to draw a card because of Tuning Wear. We get Speed Warrior. That's a nice card to have. So I'll look to end my turn here. And I think we've got enough defense in our back line of cards, our trap cards, to prevent Turbo Warrior from being destroyed here. Is what I'm thinking, but he's gone Tar Apart. And my assumption is, no, he's going to attack. So here's what he's going to do. He's going to attack using YuGiOh Guardian, which I didn't think he would do to Turbo Warrior. Now, he's got 300 points more. We need Turbo Warrior to survive, so I'm going to play the trap Synchro Strike. So I can select our Turbo Warrior, and then it will gain 500 attack for each material used to summon it. So that will boost his attack to 4,000, I want to say. There you go, 4,000. He takes 1,200 points of damage, and more importantly, his YuGiOh Guardian is destroyed. I should have thought he would have, knowing Tar Apart's effect, it means that he could have summoned a warrior-type monster, and you wouldn't be able to respond to attack with traps. But he didn't, which is odd. So I'm going to summon Speed Warrior. And the effect of Speed Warrior, once I go to my battle phase, is I will activate the effect of a card. I'll activate Speed Warrior's effect. On the turn he's summoned, you can make his attack 1,800 during the battle phase. Only for this turn only. So Turbo Warrior will attack the Tar Apart. And Speed Warrior is going to attack Dark Tinker. So he's left with no tuner monster on the field. And we're going to have to end it there. But nice little turnaround. Sometimes it takes a bit of strategizing with these games, but it's just what you do with it, isn't it? Stygian Security, what does that do? Oh, it's a Synchro Summon. For a level 5. Stygian Sergeants, 2,200 attack. You can tell what he's going to do. He's going to launch an attack against Speed Warrior, and I'm just going to Scrap Iron Scarecrow because I can negate the attack and reset the card. It's not going to go straight to the graveyard. There's not much you can do there, Trudge, unfortunately. So, now... Oh, Fighting Spirit. What a card to get. So, I'll summon Junk Synchron. Do you know what? I'll activate his effect. Why not? I mean, because I'm not using a real, fully built Yusei deck by this point. It's an early deck. I can't do as much as I'd like to do. But what I can do is using Junk Synchron as the level 3 and Speed Warrior as the level 2. Summon Junk Warrior. So that's what we're going to do. And Junk Warrior will gain the attack points of all level 2 or lower monsters on the field. So I think he's going to get 100 from Tuning West. So, not really too much there. So, and we'll play Fighting Spirit on Turbo Warrior, sorry, to boost his power even more. Now, we'll go Turbo Warrior, and he'll take some damage. And we'll go Junk Warrior, and he'll take even more damage. No, he won't, he'll play Pinpoint Guard. So he set up the Tinker. That's fine. We can just continue to attack and destroy it. But it won't get destroyed, apparently. Oh, yeah, Pinpoint Guard cannot be destroyed by Battle War card effects this turn. Right, okay. Okay. We'll play Trudge. You survived that turn. Oh, here he comes. He's going to be Synchro Summoning again. Guard Dog. There we go. Synchro Summon. You see what I mean? Like, the Synchros. I feel like the Synchros really sped up Yu-Gi-Oh! Excuse me, sorry, I had to just take a very brief sip of my drink there, but I really believe they really sped up the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, allowing low-level monsters to be able to do loads of stuff. The fans of sort of the competitive players around the GX era, where Elemental Heroes dominated the game, will say that they ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I can agree to a certain standpoint. I certainly didn't like them when I first started using them, but now I can't imagine a deck without Synchro monsters. But we just turn this around. We're pretty much dominating Trudge just at this point. So, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this game as well. This game feels really well put together as opposed to the other two. There's so much to do. Honestly, I think this game was about £15. And there's just so much to do in comparison to... in fact, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to summon Shield Warrior. And... oh, wait, I'm not going to be able to do that summon. Because... Oh, do you know what? It doesn't matter. I just want to fill up my field. Double summon. And then we'll summon Turbo Synchron as well. So... I wasn't going to be able to do what I just thought I could, but we're going to Junk Warrior, and you're going to lose, and then we're just going to attack you with, just because I can, Shield Warrior for 800, and Turbo Synchron for 100, and then Turbo Warrior to wipe you out. Boom! Sit down, Trudge. Dominated. But like I was saying, I feel like this game is really well put together. And for £15, there's so much available to do. Like, you get so many duels for the 4 Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows. You get the online. You get the ability to create your own decks with any cards that are available in the game. I want to say there was something like over 6,000. We got YuGiOh Guardian there. So, I'm cool with that. And we'll proceed on. So, yeah, pretty much. Here's YuGiOh Legacy of the Duelist. There's so much available, like... Honestly, look, if you go to the card shop, here's one of the parts. So, because I've got so far into the original, I can buy a card pack from any of these. But then the more you go into GX, you get card packs, and you get card packs from here, and like Zexal, and you can go into Deck Edit, and you can build your decks. I built that deck, and I've got that deck, and you get all these, like, you can create like 30-something decks. The multiplayer is really fun. If you're a fan of the franchise, seriously, just get this game. It's so uber enjoyable. I just wanted to do the one video because I'm a fan of the franchise. I've been getting back into the real life card game, and then this game came out, and I was like, do you know what? I've got to give it a go. It's really fun. Really recommend it. You may see another video, you may not, depending on what I want to do with it. But if you could remember to like, if you have enjoyed, and comment any feedback. Always enjoying that feedback to read. And if you have really much enjoyed and you want to see more of what I do, I'm going to be looking to do some more different videos. So we're not just going to have the WWE stuff. Because what I normally do is like a game series, and then a game series, and then a game series. I want to like maybe have one series running, and then maybe 1 or 2 other videos in the week that's like, hey, I'm doing this for this time and doing this for this time. But we never know. But I just fancied mixing it up a little bit today. But if you have enjoyed, then I'll look to see you in my future videos. And until next time, see you guys later.